up, guys? Frank Fulci back again with another weekly haul unboxing and collection update video. Before we jump into today's haul, make sure you guys click on the subscribe button even, and click on the bell icon for notifications of all future uploads. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Yeah, a bunch of things came in, so this is probably going to be a pretty long one. I don't know if I'm going to zoom through them or slowly talk about them. We'll see how the mood strikes as I open things, but some CDs, some music stuff, then some movies as always. So let's just jump right into it. This first one is going to be music. Not really hardcore adjacent, so I'll try to go through this quickly. I know not too many of you guys really enjoy this stuff, but just got this in today actually, and it was one I was pretty excited about. The artist's name is Frantic. He's kind of making a return to the scene, so to speak. He used to be in a group that started out as a horrorcore duo, then they became a live rap rock band. His name is Frantic, and so he sent a few things that he put back into press or back into distribution, or however you want to say it. So we have I guess, yeah, this is just 4. Anyway, Bootleg V2, Bootleg V3, which is his newest one. It actually came out last year or 2022. And then these are two other rock side projects. So I'm actually really happy to have these. If you guys know, I'm actually a big metal guy, rock guy, rap guy, kind of like everything. So here's one from the group called Reverse the Silence, or the band rather. It's a It's a 3-track demo. A 3-track demo. And then the last one is ABS, A Broken Start, another rock band from my understanding, and another 3-track demo featuring Matt Royce, aka Ice Pick. So old school horrorcore guys turned rap, turned rock, turned regular rap, turned maybe horrorcore returning. We'll see. But thank you for sending that, brother. Appreciate that. Already out of room because I have stuff all around me. Ugh. Oh, dear Lord. This one, not sure why it came in a vinyl-sized thing, but we'll see. Maybe they threw some extra stuff in. This is actually from Mob Style Music, the home of Buckshot, a legend in the game. But this is actually from Lon Squad. I think this was a single that was originally released as an exclusive. If you purchase a certain amount of money through spend a certain amount of money through the web store, and then I think they changed it so that you could just buy it outright, and this explains why it came in the box that size. But so here's the single I'm talking about. So it's Lon Squad, and it's super famous Funtime guys, who you guys have heard me show off and talk about here before. I love the artwork on this. Sick Brain is the name of the single. And, of course I had to buy this because it's they pressed this up. They took the time to press this on physical. Most people these days don't even take time to press up full albums, let alone singles. So, of course I had to buy this. And this is why it came in that size and shape of a shipper box. Just artwork and flip side. So, pretty awesome. Actually, very happy to own that. I don't know where to put this without ruining it. I'm going to put this off to the side here. I should say, before I continue, I apologize for the glistening and the soaking. I'm sweating a lot already. I have a fan on. I don't know if that's being picked up by the audio here. I have an air conditioner on in the other room, and my house is tiny as fuck. You would think it would cool off really quickly, but no, it doesn't do that. So, yeah, sweating all day long. I feel like I wasn't even going to do this video. I was going to, I feel like I should have been doing stuff outside, cutting grass, doing responsible adult things, but it's hot as fuck, and my neighbors are also having a pool party, and I don't want to be weird and interrupt them and be the guy making noise on his riding tractor while everyone's enjoying their, hey guys, just cutting the grass here, I don't know. I'll try to do it later, but they might be out there all day, so who knows. Anyway, let's continue. I got a couple of couple of Target packages shipped in 2 different types of things, of course. So I'm sure one's ruined and one's less ruined. But I actually bought these. They are two newer horror releases, more mainstreamish, I guess. And the reason I pulled the trigger on these, they were both, I think, on my Amazon wishlist for a while. Again, not that long because they're newer, but then I was at Target one day, a couple weeks ago, and I saw, like, oh, they were on sale a little bit. Like, they were like $15 each. So I'm like, you know, new Blu-rays, that's like par for the course. So then I went to the Target app, and I was like, let me see if there's like a circle, what do they call it? Circle, like, deal or whatever to get maybe a 10% off, you know, to lower the price even more. And then I saw in the app they were cheaper. And, like, I don't know if Target price matches their own thing. So I just literally ordered these on the app while still physically in the store. And I just had them delivered to the house. So that's why I bought them, because then they were like cheap, $13 or even, and then I got the 5% on top of that. So blah, 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 blah. Cheap Blu-rays. First is Immaculate. I've been wanting to watch this one. Sydney Sweeney, I feel like, is in everything these days. So if you know her probably from a few different things. Of course, none of them come to mind right away. She was in that comedy on Netflix recently, and I think she's maybe originally from like TV shows and things, and Euphoria, which I've never seen still, and with Zendaya in them. And she's been in everything. She's in like all movies basically. But I feel like she also did another horror movie recently that of course I'm forgetting about. But that's just how my brain works when I do videos. And second from Target is Talk to Me. Still have not watched this one from last year. So excited to finally own this. Again, I know these things are probably streaming and all sorts of things, but I wouldn't be Frank Fulci media collector if I didn't buy them on physical. So excited for both these actually. Hopefully I enjoy them. Guys, I do have a package from Kino and a package from Vincent. But before we get to these stars of the show, I do have an Amazon box that I kind of split open. Have I not made a video since my birthday? No, I think I did make a video after that, and then this then came after that again. So this is a gift. This is from the good brother Andy. Hey Frank, enjoy. The movie was a staple of my childhood. I have not seen this one. That should not surprise many of you longtime viewers. The Guyver. This is actually the Unearthed Classics 4K release. So there's a 4K Blu-ray and a CD soundtrack, limited collector's edition. First of all, fuck yeah. Thank you for sending this, Andy. He said it's a staple of his childhood, which is crazy. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy. I've not seen many movies that people saw as kids. I actually own the Arrow release of this, but from my understanding is this is like super uncut, best edition you'll ever get. So maybe it's okay that I've not seen this yet. And now I get to watch it in its purest form, right? Like, that's maybe the silver lining when it comes to, like, me waiting and never seeing movies after decades of them being out, is, like, we get these awesome, cool editions of them, and I finally get to see them in all their full glory as intended in the first place. 93 minutes doesn't sound like a super long extended cut, but who knows? Maybe the other version was, like, 89 minutes or something, you know? This is from 91, so it's not like the oldest film. But new 4K restoration. I'm just trying to see in its original aspect. There's new commentary and stuff, so there's definitely new things that Steven and the rest of the team at Unearthed like took the time to put into this. So without saying too much more about this, I'm extremely excited about this. Long story short, right? So thank you for that again. And always love adding stuff to my Unearthed collection, which is crazy, because years ago, they were almost considered, like, too extreme for me, and now they're, like, one of my favorite labels to collect from, so. This is Kino. They've had a sale. A bunch of people have had sales recently. Arrow is, I think, still having a sale, and Criterion always has sales now, and Kino has their sale, and I actually, obviously, if you've watched the channel for a while, you know I've partaken in a lot of Kino sales in the past, but a lot of times I do skip them because I never know what to get. I feel like I own a lot of their older horror releases, but then I was like going through and seeing people on Reddit post about it, and like seeing a bunch of people post about what they were getting. I was like, man, there's got to be some shit that I can get. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So yeah, I got some stuff. So I did spend a pretty penny on this. And there was so many more I could have got, but so some horror, some not, and we'll just go through them. This is funny, man. This is an old school comedy, so we're going to start off with non-horror right away. So I have Fletch, of course, Chevy Chase. There's so many of these old school comedies that I never saw when they, I mean, a lot of them came out before I was born. This came out in 85. I wasn't born yet, so obviously I didn't see them when they came out. But a lot of these comedies, I feel like they don't hold up to today. But this one I saw, I think it's on Netflix, or it was for a while anyway, and I thought this was pretty good. Same with like Caddyshack, another Chevy Chase one. I watched that for the first time ever, like 3-4 years ago, and I thought it was great. I was like, Caddyshack, Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray, I love. There's like a handful of them that like I finally got, set time aside and sat down and watched them, and I actually thought they held up, and I was like, man, I'm so happy like I finally get to enjoy these movies. But there's some that I just fucking hate, like Spaceballs. I've never finished. I can't get through that. There's some just too goofy for me. But had to own Fletch, and I've never actually seen this. I think this might also be streaming, or again, Fletch was for a while. I don't know if it still is, but Fletch lives, the sequel. So happy to have these slip cases and all. Yeah, I did grab a bunch of westerns here actually. So a few, yeah, I don't know, maybe one horror. Anyway, this is clearly not horror. Had to get this Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice. I don't know. I guess this never had a slip. I mean, I don't know if it really deserves one. I've never actually seen this, but I do love Vanilla Ice. This is from 1991. Happy to have this. Again, these are all on sale, so I said, why the hell not? And a bunch of Clint Eastwood stuff that I've never actually seen. Gotta add to the Clint Eastwood collection. The Iger Sanction. If you guys know anything about these that I'm about to show, or the ones I've showed off already, let me know in the comments below. Please comment and talk to me. I need friends to talk to. Anyway, 1975, a long one, 129 minutes, my lord. Yeah, Iger or Eager Sanction, Clint Eastwood, love it. Kugan's Bluff, obviously I've heard of this one. I've never heard of that other one. I've heard of this, but I've never actually seen it. This is a little shorter, or by a half hour or more, and a little older, 1968, Clint Eastwood. Yeah, digging into the classics here, man. Kugan's Bluff. Awesome. Let me see if I get to the other Clint. This was the other last Clint I got. Joe Kidd. 1972. So oldies, but hopefully goodies for me. 88 minutes, the shortest of the three so far. Then, here's a Western, but not Clint Eastwood. This is a Charlie Bronson one. Had to grab some more Charles, of course. 1975, so another early, mid-70s, 97 minutes. We got not only Charles Bronson, but Robert Duvall and Jill Ireland. So, Robert Duvall, man. Fucking awesome. Happy to have that. And then, here's not a Western. I had to get this. I don't know shit about this, but when I saw it, and I saw the star, who I'm about to say, I had to get this shit. Again, I think these are all like $9.99 or cheaper. Blu-rays, I don't think any of these are 4K. These are all Blu-rays. But Enter the Ninja. Okay, like an old school ninja movie. Cool. Guess who's in this shit? Franco Nero. Django himself. So you're going to tell me there's a ninja movie with Franco Nero in it that I've never seen and I'm not going to grab it? Look at this sexy son of a bitch with nunchucks. Nunchaku. Yeah, had to own this one. Comment below if you know anything about Franco Nero. The great spaghetti western man, giallo man, everything Italian old school man. Love Nero, and I'm happy to have that. I can't wait. That might actually be the first one I put on. This one, The Dark Power. I don't know if any other company ever put this out. You know how licenses switch hands from time to time. But I had to grab this. This is part of the Kino Cult, and this is number 3. There's a new, or newish, at least new for me. This is the first one I own. New-ish subline, subdivision, sub-label of Kino that's dedicated to strictly horror, from what I understand. 1985, 82 minutes on this one. The Dark Power, Lash LaRue and a film by Phil Smoot. But this is definitely horror. Number 3 in the Kino Cult line. Like I said, I do have to go and grab the other Kino Cult titles, because now that there's a new line, no excuse to not collect the entire thing. So that's it. A bunch of titles from the Kino sale. Let me know in the comments below what you've grabbed from that sale. I don't know if it's still going on. It was going on for a while. And again, there's people out there that grabbed way more than me. I know that. And there was. I could have kept going on the site and adding stuff to the cart, but, you know, that shit came to over $100. So Last but not least, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, I never do, the Vinegar Syndrome. There's plenty of other channels and people out there that are way more versed in these titles than me, and they all show them off way better than me, so I'm just going to fly through these. These are always the ones that get me thumbs down on my videos, because I hate the Vinegar Syndrome fan base. I just happen to, unfortunately, be part of it for my own personal collection here. But a bunch of stuff here. I think only one or two of them that I added to the subscription of the month thing. Yeah, I think these were all going to come to me regardless as a subscriber. And then these two, I'll show the two that I added to the pile, if you will, first. So this is from the Dark Star sister label or sub label or whatever the fuck you want to call it these days label. The Nightcaller. Now this is the cool thing is like I usually just watch the trailers and see the screenshots and stuff that Vinegar Syndrome puts on the site when they have these titles up. So I thought this one seemed pretty interesting. Now this looks like an older movie, and it, you know, the vibe I get from like a lot of the artwork and stuff is that it's older, but it's actually from 2021. So super recent film. And I believe it's slasher-esque. Telephone psychic Clementine Carter is pulled into a complex web of mystery when she receives a call from a serial killer. That's right. Predicting his murders before he commits them, puts her into a terrifying game of cat and mouse. Enlisting the aid of her invalid father and clairvoyant coworker, they must use their unique abilities to stay one step ahead of a maniac whose unspeakable acts in the present are nothing compared to his past and future. Sounds pretty fucking good, like a giallo or proto-slasher with some supernatural elements. Sounds pretty fucking good if you ask me. This one I'm actually excited about. It has nothing to do with horror or anything. This is a video game documentary. I believe it's about a guy who went on the quest to collect every single fucking Nintendo, original NES game. At least that's what I gathered from the trailer. A film by Rob McCallum, and that is Nintendo Quest, in case you didn't figure it out from me saying Quest and Nintendo already. But they call this an unofficial Nintendo document, or the most unofficial and unauthorized Nintendo documentary ever, but this looks like a really good one, so excited to throw that on. That's one of those things you can throw on and kind of half pay attention to, half not, do some other stuff around the house, whatever you want to do, but all these other ones you gotta like pay attention to. Not that I'll ever remember them anyway after they stop. The credits rolling, it's already out of my head. But anyway, next up, Intrepidos Punks and Vengeance of the Punks. So two films here. Love the artwork on this. This is from 1987. Good year if you ask me. Intrepidos Punks, not Intrepid. Intrepidus? What did I say before? Intrepidos Punks and La Venganza de los Punks. From the weirdest depths of Mexico's genre cinema scene come two of the most infamous punksploitation classics of the 80s. Intrepidos Punks and La Venganza de los Punks. Serving up a non-stop feast of brutality topped off with an all-out assault of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Vinegar Syndrome proudly presents the Blu-ray debut of these long-sought-after cult rarities, both newly restored in 4K and presented in their completely uncensored versions, man. Should be a good time, if I ever get around to that. This one's kind of exciting for me. A Chinese Torture Chamber 1 and 2. Excited about this type of shit, man. Interesting that most of these are, like, the same artwork, so I'm assuming the reversible... once you open this up, the reversible is different, but yeah, Chinese Torture Chamber and Chinese Torture Chamber, a Chinese Torture Chamber story, 93 minutes, a Chinese Torture Chamber story 2, 92 minutes, a bunch of bonus features, of course, from 1994 and 1998, 185 minutes total. Don't know much about this, but again, not going to sit here and read to you guys, that's not what you want to hear. Reptilicus is the last one. Now, this is one of the, it's a regular VS, so not VSA or VSU or VSL or VSP or VSD or VSA or VSI, so regular Vinegar Syndrome release, but it is pulled out from the side. Some nice artwork here, wrapping all around, and this is a 4K. So, Reptilicus on 4K. This is going to be fun as fuck. Kaiju, big giant monster creature boy. 1961, Orion Pictures. So exciting. A whole slew of different things here, guys. That's actually it. So this video was a lot shorter and quicker than I thought it was going to be, but a pretty decent amount of stuff, if I do say so myself. Horrorcore adjacent stuff, horrorcore straight up with that other CD single. So CDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, different labels, different cool things. A gift from the good brother. Unearth, man, can't go wrong with Unearth or Kino or Vinegar Syndrome. Well, you can go wrong with Vinegar Syndrome, but that'll do it, guys. Hopefully everyone is good. I know my last video I had to like cut short because the battery is a piece of dog dick in this camera. I just literally took it off the charger, charging for weeks. Literally took it off the charger and put it in. Surprised it still hasn't died because it's just that trash. But I have gotten my windshield fixed and replaced after my whole fiasco. I think I spoke about 2 videos ago. Just always something exciting going on. Like after that, I've been trying to go to the gym like more consistently and stuff again. I always talk about my fitness adventures on here. And then I like hurt my arm one day, like hurt my bicep tendon really bad at the gym one day. Couldn't move my arm for a few days, but it actually got a lot better, a lot quicker than I thought. It's not 100%, but very close, like probably 95%. So feeling pretty good there, and I was able to get in a couple of lifts this week. Still just testing the waters, seeing what motions bother me, what don't. But still never going to actually lose weight or get in shape. Trying to do my best here, but I think those days are over. As I get older, and I'm not an old man yet, but it's just getting harder and harder. It was always hard for me to get like really lean anyway. But if you guys have been watching this channel from the beginning, you've seen the ups and downs. Like I was at my heaviest was like 220. Then you saw me get down to 177, and you saw every step of the way on that in the videos. Go back and see them, that you see the evolution. And then you get to see me go all the way back up. I'm literally was back up to 217 for a while. Now I'm like, I go down to 206, go back up to 212, go back down to 207, go back up to 213. Like, for whatever reason, just this fluctuation, a few pounds, give or take, and that's it. I'll never be under 200 again. It's just ridiculous. And I mean, I don't know how many of you guys actually care about that. I don't know how many fitness enthusiasts actually watch my channel. I've always been into bodybuilding and fitness and all that stuff. But I guess that's content for another day, another channel maybe, perhaps. But who knows, guys? Just let me know in the comments below what you guys have been up to. Are you sweating like me? In New York, we're, heat wave for a couple weeks now. Hot as fuck. Not going to get... I think next week they say it's going to be a little better in terms of humidity and stuff, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that. But that'll do it for me, guys. I don't know when my next video is going to be. I always say that. It'll probably be sooner than later. Hopefully you guys are doing happy, healthy, safe, good, all that stuff. Let me know in the comments below anything going on in your lives, good, bad, ugly, in between, all that stuff. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, Amazon wishlist link down below, all other social links down below. Hit me up if you want to. And again, comment about whatever the hell you want to, whether it pertains to this video or not. Hopefully you guys are good. Until next time, peace out and be good.